Hi, Tiffany. I'm so glad you found me and the Land of Color and the Paint Color DNA table. You are absolutely correct about Easy RGB. It's great for looking up colors one at a time, but if you're looking to compare colors, it doesn't have a lot of functionality. It's even very limited in the results that it gives you if you're looking for comparable colors. So there's a lot that the Easy RGB website can't do, which is one of the reasons why I created the Paint Color DNA table. I wanted to be able to see a big list of all of the colors that fit within a specific range. And I wanted to be able to search that list and sort the list by hue family or by lightness value. I wanted more control from all three dimensions, and you just can't do that there. So this is the Paint Color DNA table. Let's go through a very quick overview before we jump into finding your color. This is the tutorial. These are all of the operations that are possible to use in the filters at the top of the table. It's amazing what my subscribers are able to accomplish. Many of them optimize all of these. I kind of don't. This is my favorite operation. It's here in light blue. I'm going to highlight it and copy it and put it in my clipboard because I'm going to need that in a minute. But that's pretty much the only operation I use in these filters. So you'll see Benjamin Moore alias is up here with an asterisk. If you see a color name with an asterisk, that tells you that that color exists in Benjamin Moore with more than one number. It's the same color, but it has multiple numbers. These are all marked in the table. This is the brand drop-down list. I'm going to select Dunn Edwards because we're going to go pull up Whisper. These are the micro tutorials. If you hover over the question mark, it reminds you what this filter controls. These are the quick search boxes. So if I wanted to see all of the off-whites from Dunn Edwards, I would just click this box and hit search, and the table would show me all of the off-white colors from Dunn Edwards. So these are quite handy too. But we are going to search for Whisper, because I need to take a look at the data values of the colors that we're starting with. And I chose Dunn Edwards first for the brand because there are multiple colors with the word Whisper in it, color names. Dunn Edwards actually has 5. So I'm going to select this Whisper, and I'm going to come up here and uncheck Dunn Edwards. And now I'm going to go get Ballet White. And I didn't choose the brand in this case because I know there's only one paint color with the name Ballet White, and it's Benjamin Moore's. So I'm going to save that one too. And since I've checked more than one color, this compare button pops up, and I'm going to click compare. And so now I know where we're starting. You have Whisper on the walls and Ballet White is too dark. So these are the ranges that we're going to search in the filters. And I open another tab. I open multiple tabs sometimes for the Paint Color DNA table, so I can toggle back and forth. I'm going to paste in that operation that I put in my clipboard in the LCH filters. And if we toggle back, we can see that lightness is 89 to 94, and I'm just going to put that right in here. I have to take out the zeros and tell the filter the specific range I'm looking for. So the lightness value needs between 89 and 94. If we take a look at chroma, Ballet White has a chroma of 8 and Whisper has a chroma of 5. 8 was too much color because you're telling me that she feels like there's too much contrast between Ballet White and Whisper. So I'm going to knock this back a little bit. This is where I can control that sensation of contrast by lowering how much colorfulness is in this color. So the range for chroma is 5 to 7, and that's where it came from. Hue angle is really easy. You're absolutely right. Ballet White works with Whisper beautifully because they belong to the same hue family. They literally relate. So the hue angle is 94 to 100. I am going to start with 94. I'm going to go to 105. Just expand that a little bit. If you've watched my videos, you know I like to shop a list. So I just want to see what's out there because colors that are a little bit darker in nuance compared to Whisper White, but not as dark with as much nuance as Ballet White would work all the way up to 105 degrees. I have my filter set for lightness, chroma, and hue angle. I'm going to choose my brands, Benjamin Moore, Dunn Edwards, and Sherwin-Williams, just to give us the most options possible. And then I'm going to click search. And here's the list. There are some really good options here to work with. There's a lot of options to work with Whisper, but aren't as dark and chromatic, colorful as Ballet White. So if we go back and take a look, just to remember where we're starting, we want something in between. So I am going to go put this list in order by Munsell value. And we're going to start with the lightest one first. White Heat from Dunn Edwards is too close to Whisper. It's 94 in lightness, and it has a chroma of 5.6. Whisper is 94 with a chroma of 5, basically. All of these are a little too close. The same lightness, the same chroma, which happens, but I like to shop the list, which is why I did that. I like to see what's out there for comparison. First one that looks good, actually, is Alabaster from Sherwin-Williams with a lightness of 93. It's darker than Whisper, but it has the same chromaticity, and it actually has the same hue angle. So at 93, 5.5, and the same hue angle, it's just a little bit darker than Whisper, and it has just a little more chroma than Whisper. So Sherwin-Williams Alabaster could be a good option. Let's see what else is out there. Shell White from Sherwin-Williams is worth a try. Swiss Coffee is another one. Slightly different hue angles here, so those are great for comparison to pull those chips. Here's a good example of the alias issue. Glacier White is the same as Dune White. These are all the same color, but they have different names and different numbers, but it's the same color. So that's what the asterisk means. Tells you to take a little bit closer look at that. Origami White, I like that one too. Go ahead and check it, add it to our list, pull the chip. Why not? Dove Wing from Benjamin Moore could be a really good one. It's darker still at 90.7, but still lighter than Ballet, at 90, and it definitely has less chroma at about 6 compared to Ballet White. Sea Pearl, go ahead and pull it. China White, go ahead and pull it. Those are both really good colors. This is the darkest option. This Aesthetic White is about the same lightness as Ballet White, just less chroma. You might want to throw that in the mix just so you can compare. So this is our list. These are the filters I used to zero in on colors that have less nuance than Ballet White. And nuance is when we consider lightness and chroma at the same time. And let's go ahead and click compare. Here it is. This is the list. I am going to add Whisper to the list just so I can have all of the colors in one place. First thing I need to do is click edit. And then I can come over here to the search bar and type in Whisper. And it's going to show me all the Whisper colors again. But thankfully, Whisper is at the top of the list from Dunn Edwards. I'm going to click compare again. And now Whisper has been added to our curated list of color options that have softer nuance compared to Ballet White. And in relationship to Whisper, it's not going to be so much contrast. And it just so happens that right at the top of the list with Whisper is Alabaster and Swiss Coffee, and you can see same hue family range, a little bit more chroma, but not a whole bunch more chroma than Whisper, and a little bit darker. So it's just a little bit darker, a little bit more colorfulness. So there's going to be a level of contrast that you're looking for, but not as dramatic as Ballet White, which she wasn't crazy about. So that's how you do it, Tiffany. If you want to learn how to use all of these different channels of color attributes, you definitely want to take a look at the 4 Pillars of Color course, because I teach you all about how to leverage all of these data values and the things you can do with it, and how to set up your color design workflow, and how to use all of the latest tech, the color tech tools that are out there. I actually send you a NIX in your course kit. So I tell you all the things about how to really take advantage of the technology and the science that has been just getting more and more streamlined with AI and everything else. So there's a lot you can do. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, just let me know.